Hey there, it's Ben Hyde for BCC Hardware, and today we're taking a look at the ADATA HD710A Shockproof waterproof hard drive. This is 810G, military standard compliant, as well as IP68, which means it can survive water and complete sealed from dust and water for up to 60 minutes at a depth of 1.5 meters. So we'll be taking a look at some of the waterproof capabilities of the drive, as well as doing some drop testing. And the mil standard 810G says that it works from 4 feet onto 2 inches of plywood over concrete. So we'll do it by the book, see if it can survive, and let's take a look at this drive. All right, so let's meet the ADATA HD710A. It's been underwater here for I don't know, probably about 10 minutes or so, and it's not very deep, obviously, but outside of a swimming pool, we don't have a whole lot of deeper water here available. Right, so we just finished drowning this drive, and we're going to quickly find out here if it works by plugging it into a ultra-speed USB. Hey, there we go. So it detected, it spun up, but now we're going to quickly run a bit of a benchmark just to see if this drive is still actually operating well, and to see if it still can perform all right. It's kind of a quicker one of our benchmarks, so we'll find out very quickly if drive R is working and the performance is what we expect it to be. Doesn't appear, obviously, to be any major problems. So at this point, we're just gonna conclude this part. Now we're gonna go drop this thing just to see if we're working well there after we drop it a bunch of times, and see if it completes the mil standard 810G testing there. When we previously tested the Silicon Power rugged hard drive, we actually pushed that drive to see how far we could take it before we could break it, and that was somewhere around 6 or so feet. It was unscientific. We didn't have specific heights measured out, and some of the viewers and watchers and readers of our website bcchardware.com were kind of upset about our unscientific method. So this time we are following completely the mil standard 810G specification, and doing a drop on we're going to try and do on each of the faces, all 6 faces of this drive, from a height of 4 feet. This piece of plywood here is 4 feet, and as you can see, we're dropping it onto 2 inches of plywood on top of concrete as the spec dictates. So that was on the front side, or the back side. We got the front side from 4 feet. We got the top. We'll go for the bottom. And then we'll go from both sides. And the other side. So we're going to proceed here and drop test this again a few more times. The total reference is a total of 16 times. We've dropped 6. We're going to drop another 10, 12, 16. We'll see. And then we'll plug it in and see how it goes. Okay, we just punished this drive. Altogether, we dropped a total of 18 times from that height of 4 feet onto 2 inches of plywood over concrete, as per the mil standard 810G testing criteria dictates. So I know that it's not going to likely have to take that kind of punishment in the real world, but let's see if it detects and works here. Actually, it just popped up on a different screen, so it actually did detect, but let's quickly find out through something like, this time let's try Crystal Mark and just see if, how we're doing for performance on this. So we're going to go choose drive R, that's right. Going to hit all test just to quickly see here if the performance is what we expect. If it is, we won't go through the whole benchmark. All those benchmarks are of course included in our full review over at bcchardware.com. But right off the bat, we can see that this drive certainly is not hurting at 116 megs per second read. It's going to go through that a few times, and then we'll see how the write performance is just on the sequential, and then we'll call it good if it can do that without failing. And there you have it. Read writes are not bad at all. It obviously suffered no damage. The case looks intact. The drive integrity seems to be really well. So we'll head back outside with a wrap up and just share our thoughts overall on the durability and the dust and water rating on this unit. Well, there you have it. We've taken a look at the ADATA HD710A rugged hard drive, and this drive is pretty much absolutely fantastic when it comes to performance. We have all those numbers over at bcchardware.com, and you know, we showed in the video the way it's built for IP68 as well as mil standard 810G. It survives everything. We had it in water, not 1.5 meters deep, but the water was pretty gross, so it kind of makes up for deep water. The thing to keep in mind though for the dust rating and the water resistance is you must make sure that this plug is securely in the bottom of the drive, and it takes a little bit of kneading or massaging to get the plug securely in the hole. If you do that, it'll stand up to that dust and water as they claim. As far as drop testing, we dropped it multiple times from the rated height of 4 feet onto that plywood over concrete, and the drive performs like a champ. If you need a rugged drive on the go that's USB 3, it's pretty hard to beat the ADATA HD710A. Check out the full review at bcchardware.com. I'm Benjamin Hyde, and thanks for watching.